candidate a minute to talk about why they're running and their platform, and then we'll get to questions.
Also, make sure to say your party name.
Yeah, so we'll start with that.
Hi everyone, my name is Adam Reshev. I'm running for Vice President with Pantone 292.0. I'm running for Vice President because I feel that student government is the most effective way to impact the lives of students on a day-to-day basis. And I want to run Pantone 292.0 because I feel that everyone in this group shares that same value, that as a group we're able to affect change on campus, improve the lives of students, and really bring together everyone in our grade as a community. And also, I really just love these guys. They're my friends. We're all just a great group, and I know we're going to work really well together.
Hi, my name is Sophie Broadbent, and I'm running for Columbia College Class of 2019 President. I am currently the Vice President of our class. So I have decided to run for President for next year because I really loved being on Student Council this year, and I want to continue the work that we've done on our current council. Additionally, in high school, I was on Student Council for all 4 years, and I really enjoyed it. I think I have a lot of leadership experience, and I think that I can help our class a lot next year. So our platform is basically divided into 3 categories: mind, body, and soul. And we believe that by improving the mind, body, and soul of every student in the class of 2019, we will better the Columbia community as a whole. So my reps will continue that when they speak.
Hi, I'm Mina. I'm running for Vice President with the Upgrade Party. A big part of why I'm running is because Student Council has always been a big part of my life, and the greatest thing about Student Council, I think, is the teamwork and the bonding that happens within the group. And I think that our team is really, really dedicated to making sure that not only we have a good time, but also everyone on this campus who we're affecting has a good time. So one part of our platform is the Student Accessibility Fund, which will be to help with the cost of events that we as Student Council plan so that it's open and available to everyone on campus.
Okay, first off, thank you to Kate and Sam for hosting this debate today. I think it's a great opportunity for everyone to learn about everyone's platforms. I'm Yur. I'm running for Class President of 2019 with the Upgrade Party. And I'd like to start by talking about our name, Upgrade, because there's a lot of thought that was put into it, and there's a certain ideology behind it, right? We wanted it to be somewhat slightly critical of the current council and to talk about like a grading of improvement that could be made, but we also wanted it to be uplifting and uniting among our entire class. Right? And so we're going to show you guys that we can definitely push forward for better improvement, better initiatives through Student Council. So one thing I'd like to touch upon is the initiative to make a Student Council app, right? Because many people, there have been repeated attempts to increase some sort of communication initiatives, right, through websites and Facebook pages, but people don't really check that. People check their phones 24/7, and they get push notifications, right? And this would be a great opportunity for many students to learn about what's going on, what events are happening, and for what prices, right? What can be, and to look over minutes that have been made or different initiatives that Student Council is proposing. Also, it could be a great place to store hotlines for many different initiatives. My class reps will talk about more of our platform later on. Thank you.
Hey guys, my name is Zachary McNeil. I'm running with the Pantone 292.0 party. I'm running for representative. I'm incredibly excited. I've been actively involved in Student Council this year. I've gone to every single policy meeting that I've been able to. I'm currently an appointed member. I love working with the Student Council that we have in place now. I think they've done an incredible job of making improvements to our school and our community. I'm very excited for next semester, next year, making even more improvements to the community that we have. I'm especially excited focus on mind specifically. Sophie and Adam already touched on this. I think we can greatly increase the amount of study breaks that students have with each other by implementing Google Docs that students can use in order to communicate with each other, form big study breaks, study groups, act with each other in order to get better grades, cooperate, do things as a class, as a community. And I also think it's incredibly important that students are able to have books, especially grad school books, the LSAT, that they can use and access for free, and we're currently working on a program that will allow all students to have these sort of opportunities, and I am incredibly excited to continue my work with Student Council next year.
Hi, my name is Anna, and I am running as representative with my party, Pantone 292.0, and I would like to talk about why I got involved. I've befriended these great group of people in my party, and I've started to realize the potential of Student Council and their role in affecting individuals' experiences here. So for example, I became more integrated into the community and realized the different the potential of feeling more at home at Columbia. So I'd like to touch upon the body, specifically from our 3 points of platform, and I want to address the different psychological as well as wellness amongst our grade. So I want to collaborate, and we've talked to CPS already about collaborating and integrating open group sessions, having each week hold different topics. For example, how to combat procrastination, how to combat sleeplessness. So we hope to improve on these as well as extending our programs, existing programs on the Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Alex Cedar and I'm running for representative alongside these 4 wonderful people of Pantone 292.0. I decided to run for student council because I see the work of Josh Schenk's council as being, whilst amazing, we can build on it. Josh Schenk strove to build the community of this class, and that's what Hannah's party did as well, so we're on council, and that's why I am most passionate about the soul aspect to our platform, community events. Everyone here, I'm sure, in the class 2019 knew about the amazing discounts that the council was able to secure this year. Not only are we going to build on that, we're going to unveil a very, very, very exciting new initiative to improve community, which I hope to touch on later. But for now, I'll introduce the rest from Upgrade.
Alright, hey guys, my name is Justin Chang. I'm running with Upgrade. And as an outsider of student government this past year, I found it very difficult for me to, know exactly what CCSC was doing. I know a lot of people get emails and they get the G-Body minutes, but I think very few of us actually read through those. And another problem I had was it was very difficult for me to approach any of the members on the council this year, especially because I wasn't very close with any of the members this year. So I know a lot of people in our class share that sentiment. And to solve those problems, I think our group has come up with some great ideas. One being town hall forums, which is literally when our representatives will sit in a lounge of some dorm and just for probably an hour just sit there and welcome anyone to come and talk with us about any ideas, any problems, anything they have to talk to us about. Another thing we have is video updates. So every week or 2 weeks we'll have a video where we post exactly what we've been discussing at our meetings and any goals we have. So I think that's a much easier way to know what exactly we're doing in office.
Hi everyone, my name is Ricardo Jaramillo and I'm running as representative for the Upgrade Party. I've had the opportunity to be involved with Student Council this past semester as an appointed member of the Finance Committee, and also as a representative on JCCC, which is Joint Co-Council Co-Sponsorship Committee, in which we work with other councils, not just our own. So I'm already sort of wet my feet in the process, and I'm familiar with how to get things, or how the process works. And one of the things that I'm bringing to the platform, to the table, is a greater commitment towards increasing our engagement with student groups. For example, a lot of groups like to name drop eco reps, but we've actually already met with them. And when we talked to them, they said that for all this name dropping, there hasn't actually been a lot of communication with them as to what they actually need and what they actually want from student council. And for example, they had recently reached out to student council to participate in Greenfest, and yet they have yet to receive a response. And so as a representative, I really care about our relationship with other student groups on campus, and I will strive to make sure that their voices are always heard at the table.
My name is Purvi Valur and I'm running for class representative with Upgrade 2019. I too came at this whole experience as an outsider on 2 fronts. A, I hadn't been a part of the student council, and B, I'm an international student. So integrating into the community here was really important for me. So the reason why I decided to run with Upgrade and what makes them so special is that A, they're very diverse in their thoughts, their perspectives, what they bring to the table. So it just made me feel at home immediately. B, they were focusing not just on making students' experiences here at Columbia fun and enjoyable, but they also are going to be focusing on students' well-being. And one of those aspects is health and how health works here on campus. I've heard from a lot of students here that there's an asymmetry of information when it comes to health services and how either people don't know how and when to access health services, and second of all, the fact that we don't have a 24-hour medical service open, accessible, tangible here on campus, which is something, a bare minimum that every college campus should have. So that's another thing that they're focusing on that I really approve of and I'm so passionate about, and I'm glad they're doing it. And third of all, these are a group of people that I've gotten to know and I love, and I can see how well they work together, and it's time to have a fresh face on the student council. So please vote Upgrade 2019.
Okay, so we want to give you guys a chance to have some crosstalk. There's been talk of the upgrade party saying that you guys haven't, class of Pantone 292, haven't done your jobs appropriately or the best that you could. How would you guys like to respond to that?
I'd like to respond to the sustainability issue that Ricardo brought up. Actually, Josh and I were able to get recycling bins in all of the laundry rooms so we can recycle plastic bags. And additionally, one of our platform points is to have an appointed eco-rep on our council because we've realized that there has been an issue with communication with eco-reps. That has been a problem on both of our fronts, not just the council's. That's not only the council's fault. So by having an eco-rep on appointed council, we would be able to easily communicate with them, and they would help us implement like policies that have to do with sustainability. So that's something we want to work on, and actually Josh and I did do something with eco-reps.
Yeah, just responding to Justin's point about accessibility to the council. I know Sophie and I did like a great effort to reach out to as many students as possible, to make ourselves available, well, person, email, Facebook, whatever it is. And we've really made that an emphasis of our council. I know you talked about not being able to, have close communication with us. I mean, I know you're in, you know Zach personally. I pick a basketball with you. I see you in the hall. I say hi. I think there have been opportunities. I think most students would say that about both me and Sophie and our entire council this year. But this is something that accessibility is something that we pride ourselves on, and we're going to continue to pride ourselves on council next year. We don't see this as in any way an issue. Students have not brought this up with us, and if it was an issue, it's something we work to improve on. But again, every single day we work to make sure students can access us, bring up issues that are affecting them on campus, and work for ways to really improve the community as a whole. All right, Ricky and I actually sat down with Charles Harper, the co-president of eco-reps, and we had a really productive conversation on multiple fronts. And although, obviously, a great job for installing the recycling bins, right? There are many other initiatives that eco-reps has held very dear to them, and they have thought that there was this entire attitude of subordination, at least with their relationship with the council, and that they're not being responded to, they're being seen as insignificant or not necessarily extremely respected, right? And the fact, I think, that we sat down with them and we really wanted to talk through all of our issues, and there's so many different initiatives, like the Kill by Cop campaign, that could be very easily publicized and made more popular just by a simple email endorsement that we could send out, right? Small steps like that could actually improve many different facets of student council, and we look forward to working with these sorts of groups.
Yeah, the plan of sending out an email endorsement, I thought we don't read for emails. I thought we don't read student council emails. Please to be clear.
First off, we didn't say people don't read the emails. We said that people will read the
That's
emails.
what you just said. That was what was said.
So,
I'd like to
raise a
finish.
point, along with your question about communication, if you believe that people don't check their Facebook and emails, how do you improve and increase your audience by creating an app? It seems like a waste of resources to me if there is no audience to begin with, as you believe. Would you like to respond?
Yes, I would. We were going to talk about it later when we expanded on our platform, and just in response to Adam, we don't want to in any way personally attack your personal friendships with people on our council. When you say that you have a personal relationship with them and they can approach you, that's not it. The fact remains is that there's a divide between the student body and the student council that hasn't been bridged over this year. And just as speaking as someone who wasn't on the student council, I was aware that you were all wonderful people and I could come and talk to you personally, but there's an inertia amongst the student body and when it comes to speaking to the student council. So what our party wants to do is open up communication in a face-to-face manner by holding, I know that the Barnard Student Council already has this, it's sort of modeled on office hours, but not really like that. A town hall kind of situation, which we are going to be elaborating on later in the process of this debate, which involves more face-to-face communication where students don't feel the need to personally come up to individuals and speak to them, which can be an intimidating process.
We're actually going to take a question from the audience.
You guys have talked about accessibility a lot so far, but the reality is no one's come to this specific event you guys are debating your issues on. No one comes to class or council meetings.
It's just me. I'm the only one. Anyone else in 2019 who's not running here?
And she was working. I don't know. My only question is, when you have pizza, and as an incentive to come, you've made it clear that the stakes are high, and no one comes to council meetings right now. What is the point for people to show up, and why, even in the case of like people are already on council versus people that are already there, what makes you think that you're so different, you're going to change the
Okay,
dynamic?
I'm gonna let Sophie and Nirav answer that for their respective parties, and then we're gonna wrap up.
Okay, well, this year on council, we had multiple events that, like, we had floods of people coming to our events. We gave out sweatshirts and we gave out donuts that people came. We gave out bookmarks and iPhone card holders. We had insomnia cookies, people came. So people do care. I know people didn't come today. Maybe they're not interested in this debate. Maybe they're exhausted because it was bacchanal yesterday. That's probably the reason, to be honest. But our party, Pantone 292.0, is named after the Columbia color because we believe that increasing school spirit and promoting community is the most important thing. And that's what we want to focus on. So I think our council this year was successful in doing that. I think we could even do a better job next year in implementing that. But that's what we're here to do. So I understand your concern, but that's what we're all about. So we're focusing on that.
Right. I'd actually like to agree with Sophie on several of her points that this is a different context from, let's say, its normal student council event that we'll hold, because the point of student council events especially is to incentivize people to come and make them excited for something, right? You want people to come and then to get benefit from something, or else why is there student council in the first place? And a part of our platform actually deals with this entire event planning system, right? Because we've seen through the entire year that the events that have been planned, right, were events that were popular. I've gone to several of them myself, right? However, there were several issues with them. Perhaps repetitiveness, right, just like giving out food or like sweaters, right, or other instances like the lack of affordability for certain individuals. I know many people who couldn't come to the formal because it was $20. Like that is a significant amount of money for some people, right? And the fact that we overlook that is something that's problematic with our council. I think that a strong point that we have as Upgrade is that we want more creative event planning, right? Like actually incentivizing like student creativity. We have this event called Low Unplugged where we'll have like massive speakers in Low Plaza and people will just be able to jam out. Like things like that incentivize people to come, to hang out, and make student council a more accessible and affordable experience for everyone.
Okay, we're gonna get Mina and Adam, you guys can give a 45-second wrap up of your party's platform.
Yeah, so again, we touched on this for the entire debate. Our platform mainly rests on mind, body, and soul. And what that means is we want to bring this community together and make sure wellness and strong academics are really emphasized with the entire class. We're a group of people who really enjoy reaching out to people, seeing what's going on in their daily lives, really connecting with them, and working on ways that we can address individual issues that will affect the community as a whole. You know, we're really committed to this. We're really excited. We all have that enthusiasm that we know we can really affect change and make our sophomore year really the best one yet, and we're really excited to get to work.
First of all, I'd just like to say that we as Upgrade do really respect what's been going on in the student council. We know it's really hard to come as freshmen into this situation and do a great job, and I do think that you guys have done several amazing things on council this year. What we're trying to do is look at what's happening, look at what's been done, and upgrade it, and make it better, and make it improve the lives of students. We're just trying to do our part in our community, and through student council, we believe that we can make the student life, student accessibility, everything student-wise, so much better. And we just would love the opportunity to show everyone that.
Thanks so much, guys. 25 minutes.